Hello, welcome back to Masterpiece Theater or Master Vic Theater. I don't know. This is just commentary. And if you hear the lawnmowers going in the background, today is the day after Labor Day, so all the gardeners are back to do their duties. I just want to talk about the chase air quote glitch. To all those who are young and don't understand, those born after 1995, maybe 2000, those old enough to be my churn, because I'll be 41 in a month. It is not a glitch, goofballs. You're stealing from you were stealing from yourself, and you guess what? You have to pay yourself back. Here's if you okay. So I think this was over the weekend or over the past week. Chase was allowing people to make a deposit, and they were making the deposit readily available. So these goofy people who have never written a check out before, don't understand the implications of writing a check, don't understand check systems, were taking their dumb selves down to the bank, depositing either an empty envelope, a bad check, and depositing it, more than likely depositing it into their own accounts and getting all this money and going buck wild. I had got a phone call. See, everybody want to call when I start recording or when I get on a live stream with somebody. Nobody calls me all day, but then as soon as they're like, "Ooh, Vicky's busy, Victoria's busy. Let me call her." Anyway, sorry. So this chase thing. Normally, okay, now a long time ago, in a time before many of you were born, banks did make the funds readily available when you deposit a check. I mean, and for a time period, they stopped doing that because I'm not gonna lie. At one point in time, when I was dead flat broke, I had to do what they were doing. I had to go and deposit an empty envelope and get me a couple $100 to last for 2 weeks until I got paid again. And I'd have to pay it back because guess what? I got charged overdraft fees. It was a couple $100. These goofies are getting tens and thousands of dollars. So now banks they will make the funds available generally. Sometimes they make you wait. If it's a large amount, they will make you wait, like sometimes up to 10-15 days, because they have to clear the check. Even though there's a lot of there's a lot of ways to just do an automatic ETF, electronic funds EFT, electronic funds transfer. If I mix up letters and stuff, y'all, remember I'm dyslexic, so I flip letters. Sometimes I forget the letters and the numbers. But these people, I mean, they were going crazy. And there is such thing as nigger rich. And I don't know what it is about us Africa Americas. And I know it wasn't just us, because people went on TikTok and saw Chase glitch. Now, the glitch might have been Chase didn't do the proper hold for the check to verify the funds. But often, because I have multiple accounts, so sometimes I do I don't feel like going to the bank, so I will do a mobile deposit from one account to another, because I still write checks. I am, again, almost 41 years old. So I have been in check systems. I have understood the implications of writing a check. I have had the bad credit. So I understand. These people today, they think, "Oh yeah, we on the come up." No, fuck faces. You could go to jail for writing a bad check. You understand that, right? That's a charge. That's a whole charge for writing a hot check. A hot checkalino. It's a charge. It may be probation. It's depending on the amount. It might be a felony. So for all y'all people who went and took out, I was seeing balances 31,000, 41,000, crying because you got overdraft fees. I'm pretty sure they only charged you one. Well, I don't know how many times you did it. Because I was looking, I'm like, what glitch? Because we all know banks, by hook or by crook, they're going to give you your money. Now, Wells Fargo I think they must have just gone through some sort of audit and they've gotten sued. So they are going through a process where they're refunding people things that they shouldn't have been doing, 10, 12, 15 years ago. And I did bank with them, and I did receive a legitimate cashier's check because of something, they enrolled me in something that I shouldn't have been enrolled in because I was with another bank and Wells Fargo bought them out during the recession. So Wells Fargo is legitimately refunding, but the banks they're not going to just give up money like that, and you think that you're not going to pay it back. So these people, I don't want to just say black people because I know I'll be hard on my people, but you know what, I want better for us because I know we're smart. We are a smart, industrious, beautiful group of people, the Africa Americas. We are. The whole world takes after us, takes after our culture and emulates our culture and wants to be like us, yet we allow them to call us goof troops. And I'm calling you goof troops because I am a part of this community, and I've done silly stuff like this before, but not to this length. So for all y'all who went down to the Chase ATM over this past week and thought you were coming up on $10,000 because praise the Lord, he didn't bless me, and thought you weren't gonna have to pay taxes on it. First of all, think about that. The government wants a chip of every time, wants a piece of your chip every time you dip. Okay? Every time you dip, the government wants a piece of that chip. They get first dibs on the chip. And you think that you were just gonna come through with 10,000, 30,000, $40,000? You wrote yourself out a check, or you had your baby mama write out a check and deposit into her account, and y'all were able to go in and withdraw all this money, thinking that the IRS isn't peeking in like, oh, thank you, Tyrese Jenkins from 124 Main Street out there in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're gonna, and you think that Chase didn't feel like, I don't understand fully how this happened, because they were taking out large amounts. I think, what is it? You can do up to $9,999 before the IRS you have to fill out a form. Y'all crazy. Listen, these little scams that y'all are running, these young kids, you don't understand. Long story short, for you young kids, y'all think scamming is the way to go. It's not. It really isn't. And I'm not saying that just as a square, because I'm not 100% square, but y'all asses are so. It's not. Listen, you hurting somebody, and when you get older, and when you become you talk about old people now, because I'm considered old, even though I don't feel old. I'm not old. You can consider us old, and we don't understand. We do, because we've all been there. A lot of us were broke for a long time, and we just not getting good money. And we're starting to understand when people steal your identity, when people steal your money, all that shit. We understand it. Like, when you get older, you're gonna see that this scam likely is not the way to go. Seriously. Just wait. I would tell you, Sit on it. If you're thinking about like scamming somebody or trying to scam the system, sit on it for a few days and then read on the sentencing guidelines for somebody committing fraud. And then if you're a man, read about the conditions in the prison that you're more than likely going to get sent to. A woman, you might have it a little bit easier, but I keep getting phone calls. So I'm gonna wrap up this good sermon on this good Tuesday, September the 3rd. So for all you people out there who, number one, thinking that you're getting over, you're not. I am one for so a little bit of anarchy. Let me just get that record out there. I love a little disabled, system. I do. But I love stability even more. And I don't think, you're not going to realize that until you probably get older or you go through something. And if that something needs to be prison, then y'all heading straight forward if you keep doing this type of shit. You just scammed yourself, dumbass. And if you scammed your homegirl by having her deposit a check into her account, it's like, girl, yeah, we're going to split this. If you let somebody, I just had a thought. If you let somebody scam you into depositing one of their checks and you gave them the money or what have you, or however the shit worked out, I'm not going to call you stupid. So bless you. Just don't do it. It's not worth scamming. You won't realize until you probably get a little bit older. You may realize it sooner, but it's just better to find. If you don't want to work, that's fine. You don't have to work a traditional job. Traditional jobs kind of went out during lockdown. People started finding hustles. Now, you don't have to work the Uber, the Grubhub, stuff like that. You don't have to do that. You don't even have to do content creation. But you can find other things. Go down to the flea market and find some antiques. Sell some old books. That'll help you get learn, get more educated. You can read the books. Go back to school. There's a hustle some of my friends used to do. They would go to school for the first couple of months just to get the student loan check, to get the refund check. So listen, just the shit that y'all pulled over this week, and the people online crying. Why are you crying online? Number one, I wouldn't tell anybody that shit, not until years later. So now you owe yourself and you owe the bank thousands and thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars. Like I said, I'm seeing balances $30,000, $40,000. How did y'all first? Somebody tell me Chase was just handing out cash like that. I love Chase as a bank. Don't get me wrong, because their customer service has been excellent. They have great services. But it makes me scared too that they would just release some funds like that. Because sometimes when I deposit into some of my banks, I gotta wait. I'm talking about like a $200 check, and I don't go into it's not like I'm doing better now, so it's not like I'm negative. They just hold the check, and so the only glitch that y'all figured out was that they just weren't holding the money to verify funds, which you ripped yourself off, dumbasses. So just get a better hustle instead of ripping yourself off, boo. And if you ripped your friend off, you had your friend deposit money into their account or whatever, listen, don't do that type of shit to people, because that's wrong. Okay? That is wrong. And you better find a way to pay them back, because if I was young and silly and did that for my friend, you best believe you better run me that money back, or I'm fucking you up. And that's my sermon for today. So please check on your loved ones. You never know what they may be going through. And thank you for listening and at my rant about this silly chase shit. Y'all have an excellent and beautiful day and be blessed.